Captain Jake Morrison stared at the strange object floating outside his office window. The thing looked like a giant crystal made of pure light. It had appeared 3 hours ago without any warning. No radar had detected it. No satellite had seen it coming. One moment space was empty, and the next moment this beautiful glowing crystal was just there. Jake rubbed his tired eyes and took another sip of cold coffee. As head of Earth's space defense program, he had seen many unusual things. But nothing like this. The crystal was the size of a small building and pulsed with soft blue light. It moved in perfect patterns around Earth's orbit, as if it was studying the planet below. His phone buzzed. "Captain Morrison, you need to get down to the communications center right now," said Lieutenant Alex Turner's excited voice. "The thing is trying to talk to us." Jake hurried through the corridors of the space station. Other officers and scientists filled the hallways, all talking in hushed, nervous voices. Everyone knew something big was happening, something that would change everything. The communications center was packed with people. Dr. Lisa Rodriguez, Earth's best expert on alien life, stood near the main screen. Her dark eyes were wide with amazement. Ambassador Kate Sullivan paced back and forth, her hands shaking slightly. Commander Ryan Baker watched everything with the calm expression he always wore, but Jake could see the tension in his shoulders. "What's the situation?" Jake asked. Alex pointed at the screen. "It started sending signals 20 minutes ago. Perfect English, no static, no interference. It's like the signal is being placed directly into our equipment." The screen flickered, and suddenly a voice filled the room. It was neither male nor female, but somehow both. The voice was beautiful and musical, like nothing Jake had ever heard. "Greetings, inhabitants of the third planet. We are representatives of the Galactic Council. We have been monitoring your species for some time. Your recent achievements in space technology and nuclear physics have caught our attention." Everyone in the room held their breath. First contact. After decades of searching the stars, the aliens had found them instead. The voice continued. "We extend an invitation to your species to join the greater galactic community. A delegation from your world is requested to attend a welcoming ceremony at our primary station. This is a great honor. Few species receive such invitations." Jake felt a chill run down his spine. Something about the tone bothered him. The alien sounded polite, but there was something else underneath. Like a teacher talking to a small child. "Please select 5 representatives to speak for your world. We will provide transportation and all necessary equipment for survival in our environment. The ceremony will take place in 10 of your Earth days." The signal ended. The room exploded into excited chatter, but Jake remained quiet. He looked at Dr. Rodriguez, who was frowning at her notes. "What do you think, Lisa?" he asked. She shook her head slowly. "The language patterns are interesting. They're using words that sound respectful, but the structure suggests they think we're inferior. Like they're doing us a favor by noticing us." Ambassador Sullivan stopped pacing. "Regardless of their attitude, this is the most important moment in human history. We have to respond carefully." Over the next hour, they analyzed every word of the alien message. Chief Engineer Sam Collins arrived and studied the technical readings from the crystal probe. His weathered face grew more concerned as he read the data. "This technology is beyond anything we've ever seen," he said quietly. "The probe doesn't seem to use any engine or power source we can detect. It's just floating there, defying our understanding of physics." Jake gathered his team in a smaller conference room. "I want honest opinions. What are we walking into?" Commander Baker spoke first. "It could be a trap. Show up at their station and we might never come home." "But we can't ignore this opportunity," Sullivan argued. "If there really is a galactic community out there, we need to be part of it." Dr. Rodriguez pulled up her analysis on the screen. "I've been studying their word choices. They keep using phrases like 'your recent achievements' and 'few species receive such invitations.' It sounds like they're surprised we've advanced this far. Like they expected us to still be throwing rocks at each other." Alex leaned forward. "I've been monitoring all frequencies since the message ended. There's no other alien chatter. Either they're very good at hiding their communications, or this probe is operating alone." Jake made his decision. We're going, but we go prepared. Sam, I want you to install every recording device and scanner we have on our ship. If this is some kind of test or trap, I want to know about it. Already planned on it, Sam grinned. Over the next week, they prepared for humanity's first journey, to meet alien civilization. The world watched as the small team loaded their equipment onto the research vessel Terra Nova. The ship was humanity's most advanced spacecraft, but Jake knew it would look like a toy compared to alien technology. Dr. Rodriguez spent her time studying every piece of information they had about the probe. She discovered that it had been scanning Earth's radio and television signals for years. The aliens knew far more about humanity than they were letting on. The night before departure, Jake stood alone on the observation deck. The crystal probe still floated nearby, pulsing with its mysterious light. Tomorrow they would follow it into the unknown. He thought about all the science fiction movies he had watched as a child. In those stories, first contact was always dramatic. Either the aliens were friendly teachers or terrible invaders. But real life was more complicated. These aliens seemed polite but condescending. They offered friendship, but from a position of superiority. Jake had a feeling that humanity was about to learn exactly where they stood in the galactic community, and he suspected they weren't going to like the answer. The probe pulsed brighter, as if it knew he was watching. Tomorrow would bring answers. Jake just hoped humanity was ready for them. The journey to the council station took 3 days. The crystal probe led them through space at speeds that made Jake's head spin. Their ship followed a glowing trail that seemed to bend reality itself. Sam Collins spent most of the trip staring at his instruments in confusion. The readings made no sense according to human physics. "We're not moving through space," he told Jake on the second day. "Space is moving around us. I don't understand how that's even possible." When they finally arrived, the sight took everyone's breath away. The council station hung in the darkness between 2 bright stars. It was enormous. Jake had seen pictures of Earth's biggest cities, but this was different. The station stretched for thousands of miles in every direction. Crystal towers reached up like frozen lightning bolts. Bridges of pure light connected floating platforms. Millions of lights sparkled across its surface like stars. "My God," whispered Ambassador Sullivan. "How many people live there?" "The readings suggest over 50 million beings," Alex reported from his console. "And I'm detecting hundreds of different ship designs in the docking areas." As their ship approached, Jake saw other vessels that looked nothing like human technology. Some were organic, like giant living creatures swimming through space. Others were geometric shapes that hurt to look at directly. A few seemed to be made of liquid metal that flowed and changed as they moved. Their ship was guided to a small docking bay by invisible forces. Through the windows, they could see alien beings waiting for them. Jake's heart pounded as he recognized that these were the first aliens humans had ever seen face to face. The docking bay filled with breathable air, and the humans put on their environmental suits. As they stepped off their ship, 3 alien creatures approached them. Jake tried not to stare, but it was impossible not to be amazed. The leader was tall and thin with 4 arms and skin that looked like polished metal. Its head was elongated, and where a human would have eyes, there were clusters of small lights that blinked in patterns. When it spoke, the voice came from a device hanging around its neck. "Welcome, humans from Earth. I am Administrator Kex of the Vexari people. We will escort you to your temporary quarters." The second alien looked like a giant insect walking on 2 legs. Its skin was dark green and covered in hard plates. Multiple eyes on stalks watched the humans from different angles. It clicked and buzzed when it tried to speak, but the translation device made its words clear. "I am Military Advisor, Thak of the Kurthani. Your weapons have been scanned and found acceptable for your primitive level." The third alien was the strangest. It seemed to be made of flowing energy barely contained in a transparent suit. Colors swirled inside it like oil on water. When it spoke, its voice sounded like wind chimes. "I am Science Observer, Zira of the Yao. Zephyrian Collective. Your biology is too interesting for such a young species." Jake felt his temper rise at their tone, but he kept his voice calm. Thank you for the welcome. We're honored to be here. As they walked through the station's corridors, Jake noticed how the aliens treated them. It was polite but distant, like adults talking to children at a school visit. Other aliens they passed in the halls barely looked at the humans. A few pointed and whispered, but most ignored them completely. Their quarters were comfortable but basic. The rooms were clearly designed for visiting species that the council didn't consider important. Dr. Rodriguez immediately began recording everything she saw